Welcome back to another episode of Another Pokemon Podcast. My name is Galutrad.
And my name is Becs.
And today we are finally going to be talking about our first thoughts and just kind of overall experiences of Pokemon Pokopia.
Woo!
The game that Bex single-handedly wished into existence.
I did, yeah.
Nobody else in the entire world wanted anything like this except for you.
And it's clear that they only took 5 months to develop it, too.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
right, because that's how wasn't it that quick? How before me asking for it and them announcing that it was coming?
Yeah. It was super
totally
quick.
100%. Yeah, so, that was all me.
For sure. Before we do that, Bex.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I just celebrated my birthday.
You did.
And so I have been definitely busy doing a couple different celebrations for that. And more importantly, I made you plug my Wii U back in so that I could play Zelda Twilight Princess.
You are playing for the nth time. Playing Zelda Twilight Princess.
Just what the heart wants what it wants. You know what I mean?
My favorite thing about that is while you were playing Zelda Twilight Princess, you turned to me on the couch and said, I think I'm gonna restart Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I love Zelda. It's not my fault. No, but that's what I've been doing. Honestly, the majority of today, because I had a day to myself.
Yes.
Before we've got some pretty big things coming up. But yeah, it's been a great birthday, and I am so excited to be here today to talk about Pokopia. Galutrad, how are you?
I'm doing well as well. I also obviously celebrated your birthday.
Yes.
And we had a lot of fun.
I forced you to plug my Wii U in.
It was a great time. I have been really enjoying Pokemon Champions quite a lot. I'm not doing very well. I mean, I'm doing okay. They're in the out of the first ever like challenge competition thing that they did, there were 700,000 plus people and I ranked in the top 100,000. So like, yay me.
The top 7%. Wait, no. Hold on. This is up 7th percentile.
Yeah,
that's how you look at it.
I'm not doing terribly.
No,
but I'm not doing great. And a lot of that kind of goes into the fact that I really didn't prepare very well for Champions. I kind of was like, I'll just let it ride when I'm ready. And so when it launched, I was working off of the thought that it'll be Regulation I in the current VGC rules based off of Scarlet and Violet. And it was not. It was a bunch of different Pokemon, which is also really interesting because the power level is really, really low right now because there's not legendaries or even restricted. There's no super, super strong. I guess technically AZ's Floette is the strongest Pokemon, I think, that's available. And Mega Pokemon, Mega Evolutions are available. But it's still very low power level wise. So that leads to a lot of interesting play. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. But primarily I've been doing that. And then also I did roll credits on Pokopia recently.
Yes, you did. And I have not.
You have
not.
So
this is going to be fun.
I don't think legitimately, other than a few things that we'll talk about, I do not think that rolling credits has really influenced my feelings on the game in any way. I think that I made my feelings pretty quickly, and a couple of them have been changed based off of later information.
Yeah.
But it all in all, it from start to finish, it was a super solid game. So I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I played. I definitely have explored.
Yeah.
I believe most of the areas, if not all of the areas of the game. I've at least touched them.
Yeah.
But I know because I cannot avoid social media completely. Mm-hmm. I have seen things that I know I have not done. Yeah, like turning in a certain Pokemon and that kind of thing.
That's fair.
So I know there's more to come, but I have not rolled credits on it yet. So you'll have probably a different perspective than me.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But before we start that, let's finish this intro segment with some listener feedback.
That is not a segue. That is a sentence.
Yeah, because I was start to finish.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, over on our Spotify, we'll start there. We got a comment from Load to Arch on the Ooh Shiny episode, which is where we talked about our favorite shinies.
Yes.
And Mom Latrad and Dad Latrad also chimed in on theirs. I really like shiny the shiny Tapus, because there's multiples, Tapu Koko, Tapu, etc. And the way they become mostly black and slightly desaturated. It's a cool look. Shiny Suicune is also cool. It's a subtler shiny, but I think it looks cool. That does sound really cool, because I believe the Tapu Pokemon are very bright colored, right?
They're very saturated in the color that like represents them.
Okay.
And
so like kind of toning that down.
Yes.
It sounds really cool. Yeah, I'll have to look those up later. Shiny Suicune is purple, right? Does that sound right?
It's I think it's like more of a bluish color. It takes on more. It's normally purple mane.
Yeah.
Becomes blue, and that's like kind of the only big change to it. But it is a great shiny, and frankly, I think it. I feel like the shiny version lends itself more to Suicune being a water type rather than thinking it's an ice type.
Yeah, because it's got like the dark blue hair on it or the mane rather, instead of like the purple color. Yeah, I like that a lot. I just looked it up because I had no idea what it looked like.
Yeah.
Very cool.
No, that's a great call out, Load to Arch.
Yeah, thank you so much for commenting that. And then over on Spotify, we got a comment from Sam, and Sam commented on our favorite gym leaders and said Alistair is 100% my favorite.
Yeah, you like Alistair.
I do really like Alistair. I like Alistair and B.
I call her B.
They're both solid.
Yeah.
It might be B. I don't actually know. But they're both solid choices, no matter which version of Sword or Shield you chose.
Yeah, the gym leader of, I think, Stow-on side. Is that right? It's like the rocky area. It's the area where you get the lazy researcher who puts together fossils incorrectly. I know that much. Where you can find like Sandaconda and stuff.
Yeah, Stow-on side is what it's called. Yeah, I had to look it up too.
Yeah, but
I'm a fake fan.
Alternative gym leaders, which are very cool.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Sam, for that comment. And then on YouTube, our friend of the cast, Aaron D'Amigos, commented on the first thoughts from A to Z, which was our initial, kind of what we're doing now, I guess, like our initial thoughts on Pokemon ZA. I almost said AZ. Pokemon ZA. And Aaron said, thank you for having me on. I'm still actively playing Pokemon Legends ZA, but I've loved my time with it. I'm super excited to see where the DLC goes with eyes. I'm pretty sure those eyes are because Aaron knows that there's at least going to be some major Raichu theming in the DLC.
Yeah, I still have not. I will be getting to Pokemon Legends ZA DLC very soon.
Yeah,
I've been. There's a reason that I finished that game and then got burnt out on it a little bit because of one of the quests in the game asks you to do, and
one of the side quests or one of the main line
side quests. Okay. And I really burnt myself out on finishing it. But I am excited now that Champions have come out. I need to go into it because there are Pokemon that I need to get.
Yeah, 100%, absolutely. Thank you, Aaron, for that comment. We appreciate that, and of course, we're happy to have you on. We would have you on the episode anytime you're in town, for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Also, back over on Spotify from user Steven, who commented on our If Pokemon Were Real episode. And Steven says, I love Pokemon when it's real. And I would too.
Yeah.
I really, there are so many times in my life where I'm like, man, if only Pokemon were real.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would be really cool. It's definitely one of those worlds where you, like, other than the fact that the world is almost ending a lot and a 10-year-old is normally saving us from whatever's happening, other than that small plot point, it's not a world that's terrifying as far as like the fantasy world options go that you could choose.
Yeah, it's very utopian style.
Yeah, it's
and
not dystopian, which is a lot of it.
Yes, which is a lot of them. Like Dark Souls or Pokemon.
Right. Yeah, Pokemon for sure.
Which, we've gone over like the dex entries, and some of those can cause a lot of problems. But somehow in the Pokemon world, they just don't. So I'm going to assume the logic is
I'll
the
be
same.
fine, right?
Yeah.
I'll be fine to have my 12,000 degree Volcarona. I almost said Frostmoth. That's not correct. In my house, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's whatever.
No, it'll be totally
chill.
Fine.
Yeah.
So 100% agree with you, Steven. Thank you so much for
thank
commenting. You. And then back over on YouTube, on our Pokemon Snap episode, which is another episode that Aaron actually joined us on. This is from user Chalora, who said the struggle hunting for shiny Honedge, and then like a capital T _ capital T emoticon.
Yeah, to the point that I gave up. I have decided when I'm done with Zelda that I'm going to go back to ZA. And I'm going to stop shiny hunting.
Because you gave up Honedge,
yeah.
And what did you switch to?
I switched to, what's the baby? A Dratini?
Yeah. An arguably harder shiny to find.
It was cute, though. I still want it. It's precious.
Thank you. Thank you, Chalora.
Thank you for your sympathy comment.
Yeah, for sympathizing
The empathy,
with
the sympathy.
Yeah. Our final comment comes to us from our Patreon, a user Aiden Dwight.
Ooh.
Shout out to Aiden for being a member of the Patreon. Aiden commented on our I Wanna Fly High episode, which was all about our favorite flying type Pokemon, which also had a special guest. Wow, a lot of special guests not planned. A lot of special guest episodes for our reactions here.
Yeah, didn't mean to.
But Aiden says, my favorite should rotate between Corviknight and Noivern. As I was writing the comment, I thought about Dragapult, but then I remembered that it's Ghost and Dragon.
Yeah.
I was also wondering about the raw footage for sound at the beginning of a recording session. Are those Patreon exclusive clips? And yes, Aiden, they are. So Patreon, for those of you who have not joined but maybe want to, part of the benefit of joining Patreon is that you get an episode up to 7 days early, just depending on when I have time to edit, how fast I can get an edit done. But up to 7 days earlier than the normal live show. But you also get a much less edited version. You get a lot of the more like behind the scenes stuff where we're goofing off, including Bex goofing off at the beginning, right as we intro.
Perfect. Is that the raw footage?
That's the raw.
Perfect.
That's the raw
Perfect.
stuff.
Perfect. Great.
Yeah. You get a longer episode with all of our goofiness and some of the silly stuff.
I did want to say though, I feel you on mixing up like Dragapult for a second, because I feel like if a Pokemon is hovering or flying,
they should be.
It's confusing. Type. But then you argue the whole like Charizard is a dragon. Yes. Why is it not a dragon?
Yes,
so we could go for days.
If Pokemon could have 3 types, then maybe you could really realistically like cover
anything that hovers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Corviknight and Noivern are solid choices.
They're great.
Yeah.
I love Noivern.
I do too. I love Noivern a lot. Corviknight's really cool though.
Corviknight is very cool.
Sure.
He's probably not one of my favorite birds, but definitely a real solid pick.
A neat design too for the games that he was picked for.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aiden.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
And if you want to leave us a comment and possibly have it read out during our listener feedback section, you can leave us a comment on any of our socials you can find us at Another PKMN Pod. That includes X, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. You can also leave us a comment directly on our website. You can view the episodes, listen to them, and leave comments on our website, anotherpokemonpodcast.com. We also greatly love the 5-star reviews and comments on things like Spotify and Apple Podcast, and anywhere that you are listening to this episode. And then finally, you can check us out on YouTube at Another Pokemon Podcast and leave comments there. And eventually we'll have video
and song
footage.
covers.
And song covers.
Yeah, Galutrad and I are going to start our own Pokemon band.
No.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought that's what we were doing.
No, we are not. That'd be fun though, but not enough time in the day.
We have a guitar and a piano.
Yeah.
Well, not a piano. That sounds like we have a grand piano in our ballroom.
Yes,
we have a keyboard in our closet.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for the feedback. We greatly appreciate it. Both constructive criticism and just love for the show. And we hope to be hearing from you.
I have thoughts.
About Pokopia?
No, I just have thoughts in my head.
Okay.
Just announcing that, just in case you forgot. Yes, about Pokopia.
So we're going to talk about, regarding Pokopia, we're going to talk about, obviously, our initial impressions, how the game made us feel, gameplay mechanics, story stuff. We are going to try to avoid spoilers until after the break. After the break, we won't necessarily watch out for spoilers, so please do be aware of that. If you don't want spoilers for the game, pause this episode and come back to it after you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm good, I can listen to stuff and not feel like I'm getting spoiled. But it's just going to be very, very free flow and kind of just general discussion about our time with Pokopia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So Bex, what the game that was meant for you, what's going on?
It is truly one of the cutest, most life simmy games I've ever seen. I would say that it's not exactly what I would have wanted from a Pokemon life sim. Like, I think I want more of like an Animal Crossing just with Pokemon as the villagers type thing. But it's really fun. It's really cute. It's very, you have to be, it allows creativity to flow.
Yes.
And that is really cool. But I would say it's more of a life sim and like a building. You're decorating. Yeah. You're not constructing. You are constructing some. You're making bridges and you can update your house and stuff, but I think it's more limited.
I mean, it's more limited, yes, in the terms of like how the construction works, but so what you're saying is that you were hoping more for like just being able to live in Pokemon and not having to do all sorts of design work or build out a world.
I think so, but it's not that I don't like it. I just think when I'm trying to distinguish between what I did wish for in our podcast episode where we talked about what we wished for, and what we got. Yeah. And the difference between what I wished for was I wanted something, I guess, a lot more simple.
Okay.
And we got something more complex, and that's not a bad thing. Yeah. It's just the facts of what we got. Yeah. Like when you think of a life sim game, I think of Harvest Moon. So in Harvest Moon, you get told, okay, here's your grandpa's old farm. He's gone. Yeah. For whatever reason, unknown. You get the farm. You upgrade the farm. You can design the farm a little bit. You can make friends. You can often get married. You can have pets. You can have different animals. But it's the foundation is there. Mm-hmm. And I would say the only foundation that's really there in Pokopia is the ruins of the towns you find. Yeah. And then you have to build them back up. And again, that is a great, I've had so much fun with that. Yeah. Like, especially, I think my favorite thing has been like walking into a new area and recognizing it. And I'm one of the places that you can go to is a very recognizable portside town. Mm-hmm. And I had a fun time building that back up and getting the like electrical currents running for it and that kind of thing. But it's not a life sim game. Yeah. I've never played Dragon Quest Builders, but I guess
it's a fixer upper.
Yeah, it's for sure.
You have to, you are in a world that has been ruined, and you have to fix it up,
which is still great. It's still a cozy game. Yeah. Definitely. If you're a cozy game person, this is still a cozy game. Yeah. It's just not. You got to put in the hours. You got to put in the work to make it what you want it to be.
Yeah. But it also, I totally see where you're coming from with that. And I feel like it also does lend itself very well because of the quests that it throws at you to like the reason it's taken me this long to roll credits on it. despite the fact that I've been playing daily, is because I'll log in, I'll do a couple of quests, and then maybe I'll like fix one or two things up, and then I'll log out and just be like, okay, I'm good.
And I think that's how I need to treat it. I think I played, and then I stopped because I was like, I need something linear in my life, and I went to Epic Mickey, and that's where it started. Now I'm playing Zelda.
Yeah,
old Zelda.
You very much devoured this game more so than me in the first few days of it being out, because like we got it, and I played it. I played it for a little while, but then like I had some other stuff that I needed to do, and very, very quickly you surpassed me, and that is not usually the case.
No.
Usually I'm way further.
Yeah.
And so like you really, really sunk your teeth into it, and probably just kind of hit a wall too quickly.
Yeah, I think so. Just because, so let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you can do.
Sure.
Some of the like very generalized things you can do. So one of the biggest things is making comfortable habitats for Pokemon, and I think that's been talked about a lot in the trailers. Mm-hmm. The Pokemon, in my opinion, are never comfortable. They never quit asking for things. I feel like you build, like, your goal is to give them like a happy place to exist, and then once you've given them a base home, then they start saying, okay, well, I'm hungry, I could use some food, or hey, this kind of a bright house, can we dim this down a little bit? Like it's like little adjustments that they need to be happy, to like build your relationships up with Pokemon. And then you can do landscaping, I guess is a good way to put it, right?
That would be exactly what it is you can demolish bricks, you literally block by block.
Yeah, just like
things.
I'm going to compare this to Minecraft.
Sure.
Constantly, because that's what I've played that is the most similar to the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take things block by block, but unlike Minecraft, it's not like the game itself, it doesn't look blocky. Like
things meld together.
They
very
do.
well.
And it looks, I like that a lot better. I think it looks a lot more polished, I guess. Mm-hmm. But you can do that. You can explore, you can treasure hunt in this game.
Well, I mean the
it's like
building
it's kind of infinite.
The building is the biggest part about this game, is that like, yes, you so like I've approached this game from a very like, because admittedly I wouldn't say I'm the most creative person when it comes to games like this, like in like Animal Crossing.
Oh my gosh, neither am I.
I have a very hard time designing something from scratch.
Yeah. In
terms of like art, I guess, which is, I would argue that on some level this is a form of art, or just a form of expressing yourself.
Yeah, of course.
And the way that I've been taking this is that I'm trying to like recognize what the bones of each of the worlds,
like
each of the maps, the ruins are, and then trying to build within that confines, so that I'm not pushing myself too hard to be super creative, but I am pushing myself in order to like make it unique to me and make it unique to the Pokemon that I have living there. But what I think what also is interesting, and maybe you can talk on this as well if you hit the same sort of point, but I definitely hit a point in the game where, regarding the requests from people, from the Pokemon, and I do truly mean like the requests of like, I'd like to have this type of decoration or lamp or whatever,
right?
Like the actual side quests that the game's tracks, I always did those, but the like little just one-off requests that they had, I started just being like, no, good luck, have fun. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm doing some other things, and just kind of pushed past that with the knowledge that like, I will beat the game, I will roll credits, and then I will go back and same thing. Each day I will do a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
And this game will last a long time.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to approach it. I also just can't ignore when someone is asking me for help. So and that's with a human being. So if a score bunny asks me for help, I'm going to do it because he's a score bunny and he needs me. So maybe that's my biggest problem, is not being able to differentiate from reality, that the score bunny doesn't have actual feelings.
You need to be a little bit meaner.
I had to tell one of them no for something, or I had to like do something they weren't a fan of, and they were just like, that's okay. And I'm like, is it?
Yeah.
But I think the most fun that I had was exploring the different worlds and helping to solve the issues, like the big ones, like the quest ones that they had. And then the fact that you get more powers
because
as you go is
didn't,
really cool.
We didn't mention it, and I would wager that probably if you're listening to our podcast, you are with Pokemon enough to know kind of a little bit about Pokopia at least, but like you play as a Ditto, so naturally you have the ability to transform, which gets you access to different moves or different things that you can do, such as water the grass.
A Ditto that purposefully looks like a human most of the time.
You at the very beginning of the game, you kind of pop out of your Pokeball. You see your Pokedex of your trainer, who is the humans are no longer around. This isn't necessarily a spoiler, but so the humans are no longer around, and your Ditto sees a Pokedex, and like I think it kind of hints that you can see a picture of yourself as a Ditto with your trainer, and then you transform into your trainer, and that's how you navigate the world as this like human Ditto.
Yeah.
But then you also get the ability to transform into other Pokemon for
and you just get
things.
And you just get abilities that Pokemon teach you.
Yeah.
Like in the very beginning, you get the ability, I forget what it's called, but you get like the ability to grow plants.
Well, it's actually, we're saying abilities, but really in the Pokemon world, it's moves because you get the move. You're
learning moves. You learn leafage to be able to grow and replenish like a soil that's been dried out and not useful. You can change that. You get water gun.
You do that with water gun
to water thing with both. You get leafage to grow things, right?
Well,
and then you get the water to water things and make it bloom.
You get leafage to make grass and things, and then you get water gun to take withered tiles and turn them into yeah.
So you get those moves early on, and then as you progress through the game and you go through the different areas, because I'll be honest with you, I did not know there would be different areas when I started playing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was a me thing or a what, but I was like, oh, wow, there's a door. And like you can go to different places in the game too. And they're all very unique.
They are.
To one another. Just like exploring the Pokemon world. You go to a different city in the Pokemon world, it's completely different than in the newer games, at least. It's completely different from the last city you went to. Or you go into like different terrains in the Pokemon world. So it's very similar to that, but just done in this cutesy block building way, which is fun. One of the things that frustrated me, that I think is a user error because of what you've told me, is that I can't aim my powers super well. And what I believe you were told, and what we by other friends of ours that have played, is that the mouse controls are game changers for that. I still have not tried mouse controls, just because the way that I play is normally handheld on the couch with it in my hands. Yeah. So have you explored that yet?
Oh man.
Is it game changing?
Mouse controls are truly game changing for how you control this game and how you go about using your moves to interact with the world.
Okay.
Yeah, it 100%. If you have not tried, and this is to everyone, if you have not tried mouse controls, you should give it a try for Pokopia, because they are amazing in terms of interacting with the world.
And I think that would be helpful, and that might be what I do when I go back to play it.
And I think another kind of call out that maybe we could offer to people who haven't played yet, or maybe are just about to start or just started, is don't worry about doing everything in one area before moving to another one, or just don't concern yourself too much with making sure things are absolutely perfect like right as you go, because as you go through the game, you will get these other abilities
that will make it
that'll
easier.
make it much easier to do stuff.
Oh, the one thing I did do that maybe I shouldn't have done is there's a certain milestone quest that you get for every area that you could go to get to a certain level. So like in Animal Crossing, for instance, you have star islands where you are a 3-star island, a 4-star island, a 5-star island, and you don't really start getting some of the things that game has to offer until you at least get to a 3-star Animal Crossing island. Well, in this game, it's the same concept for the areas, but it's levels.
Yeah.
So levels of improvement are what you have to get to, and there's one specific milestone where you have to rebuild a certain thing that I try to hit before I completely. I'm not saying I didn't go through doors before, because I did, but I was like, nope, not gonna look too hard here.
Yeah.
And then I turned around, I went back to finish that one thing. So I think like if you do want to focus on one area at a time, that's fine. But like, I can't imagine going through the whole game and getting them all. I think perfect is level 10.
Yes.
I can't imagine going through the game and doing level 10 for every single area before I moved on.
Well, not even that. Like I'm saying, like, don't water all the tiles that are unwatered. Leave a few unwatered, because there will be things that happen throughout the game that will make that much easier to do.
Totally.
And much more enjoyable.
I don't know, I have fun. I don't know why the aiming is a plus symbol and not a square. Pokemon Y, but also, and I don't mean Y version, I mean how come.
Yes.
But I had fun slowly watering the entirety of the first area without any help.
Yeah.
It was a great time. So let people do that if that's what they want to do.
Sure. I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you how to play your game, but just as a recommendation. Well, cool. How about we go ahead and go to break? And then when we come back, we will talk more of like the possible spoilery stuff, get a little bit more into like
Easter eggy stuff.
What we've enjoyed doing in Pokemon Pokopia, and maybe share a story or two.
Yeah, sounds great.
About our gameplay.
Perfect.
Cool. All right.
Go eat your cake. Cake.
Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Katie.
And we'd like to tell you about our show, Another Zelda Podcast. Whether you've been playing Zelda games from the beginning,
or just started with Breath of the Wild, we have something for everyone.
From deep dives into how the games are made, review episodes.
We even make top 10 lists and do a bit of music talk.
That's right. If it's about The Legend of Zelda, we cover it. Listen to Another Zelda Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
We'll see you there.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the first half of this Pokemon Pokopia First Thoughts. Now we are going to get into more spoilery related stuff, just because this game I think is best enjoyed without being on the internet.
Not super spoilery though.
No, not super spoilery. We're not going to spoil end of game stuff or anything like that.
No, because I've played it.
Or like major story beats, but like just, things that would be fun Easter eggs and cool things to like see and go, oh wow, that's in the game, or like that happens, or that sort of thing. We're going to talk about those and how we had with them. So yeah, we tiptoed around it originally, but obviously in each of these little worlds you rebuild a Pokemon Center.
Yes.
Which is the first, like, one of the major milestones in each region that you have to do. And I think that's super cool. The way you interact with the Pokemon Center is really fun, because like something that we didn't talk about in the first half is that each Pokemon has like certain things that they specialize in.
Yeah.
So like Pikachu is good at, well, actually not Pikachu. Pikachu is good at generating electricity.
Yeah.
And Squirtle is good at watering plants and things like that. Sprigatito can make things grow. Pidgey can fly you to different Pokemon things.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. There are some Pokemon that do trade, and those trade Pokemon will like run the Pokemon Center.
There's some people that manufacture items for you.
There are
cutting and firing
crushing
and doing.
and
Yeah.
Fire type Pokemon will typically like burn or smelt minerals
And
for you.
just like a construction site in the real world, you need people with different talents to build things.
You do.
And so you need some Pokemon to be able to build your Pokemon centers and other things. Which is why the way that I think I am going to play is I am going to try to gotta catch them all and build as many habitats as I can to it. Because the way that you attract Pokemon is by building different habitats.
Yes. Each Pokemon has a preferred habitat that they'd like to come live in.
And that's their home until you build them a mansion.
Yes.
Later in the game.
If you want to. You don't have to build
You don't
them a
have to.
mansion.
But sometimes they ask for it.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you show a Pokemon your house and they go, "This is nice. I want to move in." And you just say yes, because what else can you do?
And that's how you ended up living with Oddish?
I lived with a Combee.
That's right.
Because he inserted himself into my house.
Yeah.
And then I live with a Gloom.
Yeah.
And an Oddish.
Okay.
I just live with the Oddish line. That's
Hashtag
it.
Team
But in
Vibe
different
Bloom.
places.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I'm rich, so I have a home and
okay.
a home everywhere. A beach house, a forest house.
What are some of the surprises or things that excited you when you saw them in the game?
Well, one of the biggest surprises to me was like the different Easter egg outfits that you can find.
Yes. Yeah.
I found an iconic hairdo of a gym leader. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Okay, I found Misty's hairdo.
Yeah.
And that is what my Ditto has. Period.
Mm-hmm.
It's never going to change it. That's what the hair will be forever. But I also found a ninja outfit that's Koga's.
Yes. I've found like a super nerd outfit of the super nerd trainer, and I even found a professor outfit.
Yeah, you just found that yesterday, I think. There's another outfit though that I liked a lot, and I'm wearing it, but I can't remember what it is now. It's okay. But anyway, you can find like different outfits, and then there are also these relics that you can find.
Yes. And
Professor Tangrowth will he's kind of like the Blathers of this game. He appraises it, and then it becomes an item. And a lot of the times those items are iconic items from the Pokemon games, which is really cool.
Like held items that you would
like a silk scarf or something. Yep. Yeah.
But then also
or furniture.
There will be furniture. Yeah. You can also find CDs that a new form of Rotom will play.
Yeah, that was in the
Rotom.
trailer. Yep. Yeah. And then other than that, I've just been really happy to discover like new powers. Like I have the ability in where I am in the game where I can roll around like a grappler.
Yeah. Yep.
And nothing brings me more joy because it speeds up my walking process quite a bit.
Fast.
But you can also, like in the trailer, it shows you can fly like Dragonite. That's really cool. It's more like floating, but you can still do it.
Yeah, falling with style.
Right. But still very helpful, especially in the area that you find Dragonite in.
Yeah.
And then, what else can I do? Oh, Lapras was really cool too. Swim around like a Lapras. Yeah.
Very cool.
I very sillily, is that a word? I made a very silly choice in creating a land bridge to an area 2 seconds before I got the ability to swim.
Yeah.
And then I was like, great, I'm so glad I did this. I mean, it was just it was in Vermilion City.
Yeah, but
and there are distant things there like the SSN and a door. And I built a land bridge to both of those things.
Yes.
Instead of just waiting, because I didn't know how quick that was going to happen. But it's just really cool. There's a lot of really cool, fun, just hidden gems that as any Pokemon fan would appreciate running around and finding them.
Yeah, the amount of Easter eggs and the amount of I found a Paris, and Paris was like, man, look at the little mushrooms on my back. I'm so excited about them. I can't wait until they grow into a big mushroom.
Oh my gosh, the dialogue it's not as cringy as what I think some of the memes have made it seem. It's actually really funny and
It's
really
very
clever.
Yeah.
And very unique. Like, that is something that this game has that is completely blows away any other similar cozy game with NPCs. Is like, it's just a crazy amount of dialogue and creativity.
Yeah, and much like Animal Crossing, I think certain Pokemon do share like personality types. Like, for instance, I remember you were saying that all of a sudden these certain Pokemon kept saying yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
like yo. So like you do get a little bit of sameness there, but like
the greetings
and stuff, but like each Pokemon really, this is such a unique experience because you get to really like, I mean, you're literally talking to the Pokemon.
Yeah.
So you get a feel for like what their attitudes are like and what they like reference and it's just so fun to see them act out in different ways. There are also a lot of really cool like hidden things to do. So one of the big things that surprised me was I went into a different area, and pretty quickly you and I figured out that like, or we're guessing that like this place must be Pewter City.
Mm-hmm.
And I had found, because of that, I was like, well, I've got to get up to the top of this area and go search around. And in that searching, I found the Pewter City Museum and like organically fell into the space exhibit that they have there that's now like dilapidated. And it was just so many times playing this game did I wander into an area and just go, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, this is in the game. And to the, even up to my final moments, I'll say very last second of the game still had that feeling of like, oh wow, this is in the game.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those games that's like, it feels good to play.
Yeah.
Like it
does.
I'm always in a happy mood.
Yeah. I
definitely have complaints with it. I like some of those complaints got assuaded. I think that's the right word. Some of those complaints got solved later on. Like I said at the beginning, is that like maybe don't do stuff all right away, like the water gun.
Yeah.
Being a little cross section that you could cover. Eventually, you get the ability to suck up water and then spit it back out like a flood, and so you can just cover tons of ground. But then like. The only real complaint that I've had with this game that has actually stuck is very nitpicky, which is that when you open a door, it does, and like go through the door, it doesn't close automatically for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like whenever I play Minecraft, I usually set up like those like switch pad things, that the plates that when you walk over it triggers something. So that always bothers me, because then I'll like walk back to my base and then find the door is left open, and I'm like, what was the point? What's the point of the door?
Oh, I just leave them open.
That's such a nitpicky thing. No, yeah, for sure. That
I'm just like, if you wanted to close, you would, and then I go.
Yeah. But like this, I mean, the game, they really truly thought of so many like quality of life things that it just. It honestly blows me away how well made this is.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful game, and it also I feel like with that creativity, if different styles of video game players can still enjoy the game in whatever way they normally enjoy games, like in general, like at least within the realm of like a cozy game. Like I feel like if you want to be crazy and make a roller coaster, that goes through a bunch of things. Like I've seen a lot online. You can. If
Yeah.
you want to recreate a certain place. I saw someone made Taco Bell the other day. You can do that. Speaking of Taco Bell. But if you also like just want to focus on the relationships, or if you want to focus on the design of certain things, like you can do that too. I don't know. It's cool.
You're absolutely right. And like, yes, this game thrives on creativity and inspiration and design. But if you want to, like, our friend of the show, Crispy Nintendo, I might embarrass him by saying this out loud to all of y'all listeners, but he went through the game and was telling us about how, like, oh yeah, in order to get to like the level 5 or even the level 10, because he actually maxed out several of his locations, he was like, there are just plates of food everywhere.
Yeah.
Because like just on the ground, because that's what the Pokemon were asking for. And so he was like, I didn't put any thought into it. I just wanted to get it done so that I could unlock everything and then come back and redo stuff.
Yeah.
And like, that's totally valid. It
Yeah.
worked perfectly. There were no, you never hit a point where the game demands that you be creative. It kind of just gives you the tools to do so, and then you can flex that muscle as much or as little as you like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Which is really cool.
Yeah, I also really liked that you have the ability to, like you were saying, you were determined at one point, I'm going to build my house.
Yes.
From the ground up. And I was like, why do that? I have this cool kit. My Pokemon will build that for me.
Yeah.
Like my friends and neighbors will come, like the Amish communities, and build my barn for me. That's what I do. Like all of my homes, except for one, just because I needed a home so I could leave the area and come back, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you don't have a dwelling, you can't fast travel. I did build like a from scratch home, and it is rough. Yeah. It's a rough little shed that I made in one of the areas, but the rest of them have been kits.
Yeah, no, and the kits I think give you, honestly, I'm back and forth between using, because there's two types of kits in this game. One is where you build it with like the blocks in the game, and then another kit is like kind of a prefabbed design. You can't edit it at all, but inside is like its own little space where it's like a TARDIS. It's much bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. And I go back and forth between using those prefab kits for Pokemon and trying to build like a house with the blocks or a space with the blocks, because the block, you run out of space very quickly for things to go in the house. So it's a little bit of a challenge for sure. But I think that's part of the, like, I think having to be creative with limitations is a good thing.
I'm also excited to be able to access more of the furniture, because I feel like not a single one of my houses has anything that matches at all. But I can tell there are matching components. Like I can tell there are sets. Like there's one set that looks like your Razer keyboard.
Yeah.
Because it's black with like
gamer,
rainbow.
Yeah.
It's called like the gamer thing. And then there's like just other sets that are clearly supposed to be like together in like a like situation. I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to be able to do more. Yeah. Like quicker. But it's getting there, and I think it's been really fun. I always get really excited when I see a new Pokemon too. Yeah. Or when I know when you've built a habitat and the grass starts rustling, you know someone's about to move in. Mm-hmm. Like that's really cool too. Some of them are sad. Cubone.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
Cubone's habitat is
literally a grave site. Yeah, pretty rough. But then like other ones are just kind of fun. Like I think Executor or Execute was like a tropical tree with like flowers around it or something like that. So it's like you're building like a little tropical oasis for him.
I found a Magnemite, and its habitat was like the game corner. It was like an arcade machine.
That's
and like
cool.
A punching bag machine that had
I haven't
power.
found him yet.
Yeah. I think the last thing, unless there's something else that you want to talk about specifically.
I mean, just the the new Pokemon
Oh yeah.
have been fun.
Yeah.
My personal favorite, which I did not think would be, is Pikachu.
Yeah.
It's just the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Don't understand
Sure.
it. Like a little ghost Pikachu looking thing.
Sad ears.
Very sad ears, very cute face. Mosslax.
Mosslax, very
super
fun.
super fun.
A Snorlax that fell asleep in a cave
And the
it
moss.
just got covered in moss.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's so funny. He's like, people used to bring me food, then they
Yeah.
just stopped bringing me food. It's like, bro, they're not here. Your DoorDash has been canceled.
Yes.
But Mosslax is cool. DJ Rotom is pretty cool. Although I wish and maybe he does. You know what? I want to know. Does he end up eventually being able to carry more CDs?
I have no idea. He still only carries 5 for me.
Frustrating. Because
What
I'm like, I have so many of
What
them.
I've done is I've put a chest in his house, and that chest specifically is for CDs.
Is just your CDs.
Yeah.
That's smart. Yeah, I need to do something like that because I have too many of
A
them.
storage system is very needed.
And I think, or even like just like recognize that this is a video game and let me access my chest from any chest or something. I don't know. Because like in like in Animal Crossing, you can get a shed,
Yeah.
a storage shed, and
Yeah.
you can go in it and
Well,
it's just your storage.
There is something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, great.
There's a Pokemon that you can get. There's
I'm
several
ready.
of them.
I'm ready for my storage Pokemon then,
Yeah.
whoever he is. So that's kind of frustrating because he's like a 5-disc CD changer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not 1990. I need you to update.
Chef Dente is a lot of fun.
Chef Dente is fun. I was really confused about him being in that barrel.
Why?
How you find him?
Yeah.
How did he get there?
Who knows?
What's he
But
doing
who
up there?
cares?
What's he doing up there in that?
He said he was looking for. He smelled berries, and he was looking for berries in the barrel and got stuck.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Chef Dente: if you cook with Chef Dente specifically, so you can have a Pokemon.
You can cook.
You can
We
cook.
forgot about cooking.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about it now. You can cook in this game, and if you cook with Chef Dente following you, you can have up to 5 Pokemon following you because you are the 6th Pokemon on your team because you are a Ditto, which is very cute. But if Chef Dente is following you and you cook, he will make double of whatever you make. So if you make 5 things, you'll end up getting 10. So you can save on supplies there.
Yeah, it really encourages, and the special Pokemon, obviously, but like any Pokemon, it really encourages you to do stuff with the Pokemon because they make your life easier.
They do.
Because you make their life better in
Yeah.
theory, unless you're ignoring all of their tasks.
Yeah.
But no, I thought the cooking was cool. I'm excited to see what else I can cook because I haven't really explored that too much.
Yeah, it's not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also crack up at like, it's like I need a burger and it's like I got some beans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this black bean burger.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun running around. It's been Professor Tangrowth is the
Yeah.
obvious other special one.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple others as well. There's one other.
Which one?
Tinka Tink.
Tinka Tank.
Tinka Dinka. I don't remember her name. It's a Tinkaton that wields
Tonkaton?
a giant hammer,
Yeah.
and
Tonka Tank.
it might be Tinkatonk or Tonka Tink.
I don't remember.
Literally don't remember. But she is a builder Pokemon, specializes in building, and she will build your stuff in half the real world time if you use her as a builder.
Yeah. Cool. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
I do know who that is, and I have
Yes.
found her, and
Yeah.
I have helped her, but I have not said, "Yo, come build."
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Like helpful things that they can do. It's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot more helpful than any other NPC game like this that I can think of.
Yeah. I would say so. I think they're even more so than like maybe not Dragon Quest Builders 2, but I haven't played that one. But Dragon Quest Builders, the NPCs were not the most helpful in the world. But it's good. It's good. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was like, so obviously you have your world that you build in, but then within that world there is a 5th area that is basically like a free map for you to build whatever
Like a
on.
from
It's
scratch,
a from
yeah.
scratch thing. Very cool. And then there are also cloud islands that you can make to play with your friends and build with your friends, which is neat. The cloud islands do allow you to log in if they're set up this way. You can, like, I have a cloud island that some other friends can hop on and do stuff in even when I'm not there, which is cool because that way we're all kind of like contributing to building this world together. Very fun. I have beaten the game, so I would like to just hear what your theory is for what has happened to all the humans.
My theory.
Yes, and I will neither confirm nor deny.
I think that the humans are going to return. I think they are still out there. And if they don't, I'm going to be really upset because I feel like the Pokemon are working really hard to make it nice for them again.
Yeah.
And I have faith in the Pokemon company that they're not going to break my heart into a billion pieces. Yeah. I think the Pokemon are starting to reappear because for some reason you and Tangrowth reappeared. Tangrowth had been there for a while, though.
Yes.
And I think that as you make this world better, you're bringing them back. But I had a theory in the beginning that this was limbo. So that would be sad.
Yes. That would be terrible.
They all have like a peaceful utopian place.
It's inside of a Pokeball.
That would be really weird.
Well, they might get transported
like
to
5 Pokeballs?
Well, no, like get transported to a different area. Maybe it's the inside of a PC.
Are you just saying this, or is that spoilers?
I'm just saying this.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't really know. I guess that is so. I hate to say this, but like the plot of the game is so not what I pay attention to. I think I should start.
Yeah,
I guess.
You
okay.
should.
Okay.
And there's a way to go in and look at your collection and look at what you found and reread.
Piece
stuff,
it together, kind of thing. Okay.
Together.
Okay.
But it's very cute.
Okay.
I didn't cry, but I did tear up
when you rolled credits.
When I rolled credits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was super cute.
Yeah, I think they're gonna come back, and I think they're gonna be really happy to see that the Pokemon are there and that they're thriving, and they're all gonna live happily ever after at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. And I think we're gonna live happily ever after in the end. Because this is the end of the episode.
Terrible. Yeah, I guess just to wrap up, this is a super cute game.
It is.
And it is hours. If you're wondering, if you have a Nintendo Switch 2 and you haven't picked it up yet and you've been on the fence about it, I strongly feel like there is hours and hours and hours of value in this game.
I would go a step further and say if you don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 but are on the fence about getting a Nintendo Switch 2 but aren't sure like, oh, what game does the Switch 2 have that I can't play on the Switch? Pokopia is that game.
Breath of the Wild with a GPS.
No, Pokopia is that game. Because, and I think this is the real kicker, right? Is that no matter where you started in Pokemon and no matter how long it's been since you have partaken in a Pokemon game, Pokemon Pokopia has something in it for you.
Yeah, I think there's an Easter egg in there for everybody, and just like I said earlier, the way you can play is so vast.
Yeah.
Like the way you play Minecraft is vast.
Yeah.
I have not one single time played the story mode of Minecraft, and I have no desire to, and I have not one single time played survival mode, and I have zero desire to do that either because I like to live. So I play on creative mode and I build things, and that's just what I want to do.
A little bit of something for everyone.
And this is creative mode.
Yeah.
With Pokemon. It's perfect.
Cool.
Great. Pokopia.
Yeah. If you have stories to share about your time with Pokemon Pokopia, or if you have thoughts that you want to share, please do reach out to us at Another PKMN Pod on socials like X, Instagram, Blue Sky, or TikTok. And we would love to hear those from you. We would love to hear what you're doing in Pokemon Pokopia. Maybe share some pictures with us on what you've built. I personally, I've been, anytime Bex has wanted to show me a video about Pokopia, I've been like, no, I'm not looking at anything Pokopia related until I beat the game.
Oh, wait, so I can show you now.
You can now show me.
Perfect.
So I'd love to see what you've done, because I now am
No,
good
I haven't done
there.
anything.
No, I'm talking to the listeners.
Oh, sorry. Right. We have those. Forgot.
Yes.
My bad.
We'd love to see what you've done. So please share your pictures and or any of the other things, cool things that you've done. And yeah, I mean, go play Pokemon Pokopia. It's a cozy time.
It's a great
wonderful.
time.
It's relaxing. It's so good.
Yeah. Tell your friends.
Yeah, I cannot get enough of it, and I'm very excited to continue doing little by little, a little bit every day, and yeah, we'll
See you later.
We'll
Catch
get
you on the
out.
flip side.
Yeah,
We'll get out of here.
we'll get out of here.
We'll go get our dinner.
Oh yeah, it's dinner time.
Good dinner. Chef
Our-
Dente is gonna cook something
Chef
up.
Dente is gonna cook some delicious Dente Bell. All right, get out.
Get out of here.
That will not be cut.